Hello everyone, it's Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Welcome to my channel. Today is April 5th, which means it is the 5 Under 5 challenge. This one is the Easter decor and more. Of course, it is always hosted with Emily with Farm Charm Chic, Missy with Crafty COVE, and of course, guest host is Tammy with Happiness Created. So of course, today I have 5 DIYs. Each one is definitely under $5 to create. A lot of my supplies either come from the Dollar Tree. Well, most of my supplies come from the Dollar Tree, and some other supplies come from the Dollarama. I would love it if you guys could hit that subscribe button and click the bell button to be notified every time I upload a new video if you do like this sort of content. So for the first DIY, I just took one of these candle holders from the Dollar Tree. It came as a set, so these little wooden stands with the actual glass jar. I am just going to take one of these wooden cubes from the Dollar Tree and hot glue it to the center of the stand on the inside. So I'm actually going to do it reverse. It's just to elevate the glass votive a little bit. So I'm just going to take the, not deco art, but the folk art acrylic paint from Michaels. I'm just painting it pink or ballet pink. Kind of reminds me of the Waverly chalk paint and ballet slipper as well. So I absolutely love it. So now that it's all dry, I'm just taking some of this raffia. There was a 4-pack. I got this from the Dollarama. I think it was $1.25. Don't quote me. I think it was either $1.25 or $1.50. So I'm just trying to create some green grass. So I just picked the green raffia, and all I'm going to do is just cut a whole bunch of tiny pieces as you see here. And the fun part, get to fill it up with my favorite peanut M&Ms. Well, actually, I like the peanut butter M&Ms as well. What kind of M&Ms do you guys like? So, of course, this is the Easter colors as well. So I love them. They're all the pastel spring colors. So I got this wooden pack or wooden pieces from the Dollarama. These were $2 as you see here. Now I know the Dollar Tree has just come out with their version of this year as well, with different shapes as well. So this one was more of an Easter one. So it came with eggs, the bunny ears, a couple little, there's one that looks like a tulip, but it could have also been a carrot as well. Again, I bought this a couple of years ago from the Dollarama. They probably still have it again this year. So I'm just painting one of the eggs, threading some jute twine through the hole on the top, and then I'm just going to wrap the jute twine around the top of the votive vase. Now I'm showing you this way as the final result. I think it's super adorable like this. You will see in just a second, I did add some Dollarama roses as well, just to up it a little bit and make it look a little bit more fancy. Which way do you prefer? And again, this is all customizable, so you could just do whatever you want. And moving on to DIY number 2, I got these cute little shiplap wood, particle board, 2 Easter eggs from the Dollar Tree. I love the purple side, but I'm just going to use the back side for right now. It's plain. There's nothing on it. I found these cute stock cards by recollection. They were a Michaels brand that were sold at the Dollar Tree. I'm guessing for a quick sale. I just love this cardstock because it's actually like 3D or textured. So it's got ripples, it's got patterns. There's a couple different ones that have like raised polka dots as well, and a whole bunch of different colors. There was 8 papers per pack. I thought it was so great. So just using the white one that looks more like a Victorian pattern. So I'm just going to take my glue stick from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue it to the back of the egg, and all I'm going to do is just use my scissors to trim right around the egg. You will see in just a second, I will use my sanding block from the Dollar Tree to go around the edges just to smooth them up. So the existing hole that was there, I've covered it up with the paper. So all I'm doing is just taking a bamboo skewer, punching a hole through it, but I'm going in away from the direction away from the front of the egg, so that way you don't get any ripped paper or anything. Because what I plan on doing is I plan on using this egg and hanging it on a doorknob. So what I'm going to do is just take some jute twine and a couple of beads. So I'm going to be taking a 16 millimeter bead. It was already painted pink, and I'm just going to take 2 natural wood beads that are the 10 millimeter. So I'm going to put the 2 10 millimeters on the outside and the 16 millimeter on the inside, and I'm going to thread it through the egg as well. So once that's done, both of these ribbons, as you know, both came from the Dollarama at $1.25 each. I loved the pink lace ribbon. You guys know it was so hard for me to find the white lace ribbon, so I found a whole bunch and I stocked up on these. So what I want to do is just layer the 2 ribbons together. I just made a quick, simple shoelace bow, and I'm just going to dovetail the ends here with my scissors. And then I'm just going to hot glue them to the egg, just one at a time, doing the pink one, the bigger bow first, and then the white lace ribbon bow after. So I made one bow a little bit bigger than the other, and also the pink ribbon is about a ½ an inch wide, whereas the white ribbon is about a ¼ inch wide. And taking more of these paper flowers that you have seen me use in previous DIYs, I picked this pack up from the Dollarama. It has a whole bunch of different beautiful colors, and I'm just going to add one to the middle of the bow. It's the lightest pink, and then I'm going to add here, I'm going to just customize it just a little bit more. You could have left it like that, but I'm just going to take some greenery, and these all came off the Dollar Tree greenery. I just love the leaves because they look like mini lambs here, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to hot glue those to the bottom corner, and then I'll hot glue some flowers in the middle. So this is how this super cute DIY turned out. I love it, and you guys know I love my obsession with pink, and this just looks so elegant, and you can hang it on your door. You can hang it even on a gift bag as well. So moving on to DIY number 3, this bamboo cutting board or serving tray actually came from the Dollarama. Now it is $4, so we are still under budget, but I'm just going to remove the packing. And again, this is the simplest DIY in this whole video. I just thought I'd put it in the middle of the video so that way I'd break up the other DIY. All I'm going to do is just take these wooden beads. Now these were from Michael's, and you have to look in the, I guess, the toy section, because these were considered doll heads. Doesn't make sense to me, but anyway, they were quite large, but I love them because these act as nice solid legs for bigger tier trays or tray risers, which this is what I'm creating here. Now, again, because it's a doll head, they had these holes on the inside, just on one side, but they were just way too big to fill it with the hot glue. So I'm actually just kind of gauging where I need to put the hot glue on the top of the ball. So you see right here, that hole is going to be on the top surface, the one that will be resting on the table. So I'm just using hot gluing all 4 to each corner. And honestly, that is it for this DIY. I'm just going to show you this DIY plus the next 2 DIYs all together at the very end. I will show you everything displayed on the tray riser. And before moving on, remember, I'm going to leave all the host and guest host links in the description box below. I'm also going to leave the playlist link in the description box below as well. Go over, check it out, say hi to everybody. You will not be disappointed. This is always the best challenge of the month, in my opinion. So, fourth DIY, taking one of these wooden hearts from the Dollar Tree. Of course, it looks like a heart, so you would assume to just make it into a heart DIY. However, this one is not my idea. I have seen a whole bunch of people on Instagram post these cute little carrots using these wooden hearts. So I'm going to create my own little version of this. So creating some orange paint with the deco art, I mixed yellow and red together. Now, if I want to go in orange, I always put a lot more yellow, and then I added a couple drops of the red. And you can keep adding more red just to get a desired richness of orange that you like. So I'm just going to give all sides, top, bottom sides, 2 coats of the orange paint. And once it's all dry, I'm just going to take this sanding block again from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to roughen up all the edges, both sides. This makes it look really weathered looking and very rustic, and I just absolutely love it. So now I'm just deciding which greenery to use, and both came from the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to go with this one here. Now I can't remember what they're called, all these greeneries. I think they're just called greenery at the Dollar Tree. So it already came on the stem. Now it is a wire stem. So here I'm just bending the wire, and I'm going to put it through the hole. How simple. But before just to secure it, I should say, I'm going to put some hot glue at the tip of the wire, and I'm going to thread it through the hole of the heart. And of course, to up the cuteness factor, just taking some of this orange buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar Tree, making a simple bow. Actually, I'm not doing a shoelace here. I'm just going to fold them over. I'm going to use the jute twine that actually came with the heart originally. I'm just going to use that and just tie it around the center of the bow, just to give it a little bit more of a rustic feel with the jute twine in the center. And now I'm just going to hot glue the bow just over top of the hole, just to cover up any excess hot glue. And that is it, guys. This is the cutest carrot I have ever seen. Mind you, I really think I like the carrots that I made in another DIY video with the wooden beads as well. You guys let me know, which one do you like better? Super cute. All right, fifth and final DIY. I found one of these pictures from the Dollar Tree. Now, it was a frame, and I knew the picture inside was like a coaster, and I was correct. As soon as I took off the packaging, this thing popped out so easy. And honestly, this was a ceramic coaster, guys. I am not lying to you. That's why I'm like tapping on it. I know Dollar Tree has sold coasters like this just separately, but this came in a frame. So I feel like I've got a 2-for-1 here. So the glue just popped off quite easily. I'm just using my pliers just to pop off the rest of the glue. You guys know these famous leaf rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. I love this, what is it? The eucalyptus wreath. I'm going to put that in the center of this ceramic tile. Now, smaller rub-on transfers, you can literally just use your finger, but when they're big like this, I just take this embossing tool that I got from the Dollar Tree, and this just helps to really scratch off all the picture to make sure that it actually transfers to your surface. And now I'm just going to re-hot glue everything to the frame. And guys, I was so ecstatic to find these wood ornament cutouts, the carrots, and I also found the egg ones as well. So I'm just going to take 2 of the carrots. Now, I didn't show you this part, but I just used the existing orange that I used for the other carrot, and this sea spray deco art came from the Dollarama, and I just painted the leaves in that. So here what I'm going to do is just take a little tiny bit of white paint, and I'm going to make those ridges in the carrots. And this also makes it look a little rustic and farmhouse as well. And now I'm just going to hot glue the 2 carrots together just on an angle so you can see them both. I needed some really small or thin jute twine, so I think I had this tassel from a long time ago, so I'm just taking it apart and using it. I'm going to just make 2 little simple mini shoelace bows and hot glue them to each of the carrots. And here is the fun part. I found these by Scotch, these little Velcro pieces. There's a front and a back, and they're all sticky as well, but I will use hot glue as well just to reinforce it. But yeah, you see here that there's 2 different sheets per package. Now I'm going to hot glue them to the back of the carrot and hot glue another one to the picture, because this DIY, I can actually interchange it because that wreath is so versatile. You could use it for all seasons. So this is with the carrots, and then I found these, well, this package of wooden hearts came from the Dollarama. I just went ahead and painted one of the larger hearts and already added a piece of the Velcro. So look at this, guys. You can totally interchange these carrots. I thought they were super, super darling. So again, it is Easter, so I'm going to keep the carrots on. When it's Valentine's, I could put the heart on if I wanted to as well. So here is the tier tray, or the tray riser, put together with those DIYs, and the tray riser is what I also created in this video. Guys, you have to tell me which DIY is your favorite. You guys know I absolutely love the 5 under 5 challenge every month, hosted on the 5th of every month at 5 p.m. Remember to go over to the hosts and guest hosts channel. I will leave everybody's link in the description box, along with the playlist link as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let your friends and family know what kind of videos I do. Go ahead, subscribe, click that bell button to be notified every time I upload a new video. And that is it. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye.